Hello. May you tell me your name?
My name is Gunter Künstler.
Where are you from, Gunter?
I'm from the Rheingau. I'm a wine grower from the Rheingau region, and especially from the village of Hochheim. And Hochheim is located on the confluence of the Main into the Rhine River, and we have a very warm microclimate, and we are trying to make good Rieslings there.
If I tell you that this guy is one of the best blokes in the world for Riesling, well, many of you guys know, but his wines are, Künstler means artist, and you are a real artist. Well, Gunter, there is a lot of things about German wine going on, especially about the new dry wines, which called first growth or the Erste Lage, great growth. So what is the difference and what is a great growth?
Where's the difference? At first, the idea is the same. To make a great, for itself speaking, making outstanding wine. This is the idea. To make an outstanding dry wine. But in Germany, we have different counties of wine growing. Rheingau.
So we have the Moselle, we have the Palatinum, we have Franconia, Baden.
But in fact, Rheingau is belonging to the county of Hessen.
Yes.
And the state of Hessen has financed examinations every square meter of viticulture, where viticulture is possible.
Yeah.
And they made a special check to.
So it's a classification which was done by the government, to establish the vineyard.
Yeah. To establish the vineyard, and it was done by the winery school of Geisenheim.
Yeah.
And it has been doing for 4 years. That means in terms of inclination, in terms of water capacity, in terms of frost danger and whatever. And by all these different kind of things, they have chosen the very best site.
Okay, so we all got now this is the best site. So what does it mean now if you taste a great growth? Is this really a great growth or a Grand Cru? You're smiling. Tell me why.
I'm smiling because the committee everywhere, if you're sitting in a wine and spirit competition,
yeah.
You have a committee.
Yeah.
And maybe the next committee of that inner wine and spirit competition would judge the same wine instead of a bronze medal, a gold medal.
Yeah.
And it's depending on the panel. But your question was, well, there's a difference between great growth and first growth.
And there is none.
And certainly. This is legalized. The law is the difference.
Yeah, okay.
Because the county of Hessen, this is a state law.
Okay.
The county of Hessen only belonging to the Rheingau.
Okay.
In the other wine growing regions, which are belonging to another county, for example, Rheinland-Pfalz, and there is no legalized thing because Rheinland-Pfalz has 60,000 hectares.
Yeah, it's bigger. Yes.
And so
it's difficult to make a classification.
It's in terms of money.
Okay, good.
The Minister of Finance would pay a lot of money to afford it, and only for 3,000 hectares it's much easier to pay the people.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but we have to make a little short. So in other words, it means for the Rheingau, it's a legal one established by the government. In others, it's established amongst the vintners, among the vignerons.
VDP.
About the VDP.
So VDP.
Verband der Prädikatsweingüter.
Okay. And in the Rheingau is open to everybody who owns a piece of outstanding land there.
Okay.
And in the other region, it's only for VDP members.
Okay, so that's the difference. So we have Erste Lage, great growth, and so now from the tasting, tell me. So it depends on the
ideal is the same. The ideal of making an outstanding, great wine with finesse, with power, with length, and also with aging potential.
Okay.
This is the most.
So it doesn't need any classification in the end. So it needs really you, or
it's just a different
passion.
Word. It's another word.
Yeah.
You have in Burgundy, you have Premier Cru, Grand Cru. In Bordeaux, you have the classification of 1855.
Yeah.
And there's also another difference.
There's different classifications. So, to make a long story short, in the best term, a great growth would be something ideally from a man who has a lot of passion, making a great wine from the best plot of land which he has, which is probably established as the best plot of land with the oldest vines. And then you need to have a lot of people who still appreciate it. So it doesn't mean that it has to be like always a big wine, because there is a tendency, I think, in the first rows or in the Große Lage, Erstes Gewächs, that wines seem to be sometimes quite heavy, and then so it's like they are made for show, not necessarily for pleasure. Some of them, not all of them.
Aging potential has something to do with power, but also with elegance. And elegance is really very important. We have to have a fine acid, otherwise the wine is only pronounced in one direction. And I think wine has several directions.
Hey, that was a great statement, and we keep it with this. I think German wine is not that difficult. I mean, if you look at other regions of the world, classifications, especially France or Burgundy, are as difficult as Germans. It's just that we have not understood that we have to make it easy. So
make a long story short.
Exactly. So this was because this story only took 6 minutes, which is very long. But thanks for keeping on.
Excuse me.